Welcome, you guys. This is day one. This is our pre-week training. I'm really excited to get started. And I want you to know that this week is all about belief. This pre-training week, I want to give you some things to think about. Because if all that matters is belief, what we have found is the thing that makes the most difference between someone who can be successful at this business. It has nothing to do with their skills, with their abilities, with any experience they've had before. It's all about belief. Because guess what? We know how to do this. We know how to teach you how to do it. But we've got to make sure that your belief is where it needs to be. Because those of you who are thinking, you know what? I have belief. As long as if she's going to show me what to do, I will do it, and we can make this happen. For those of you who are thinking that, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to do this, and you're going to see some great things happen. But for those of you who are thinking, well, yeah, maybe, let me see, I'll see how it goes, you are going to struggle. And I want this to be successful for you. So I want to tell you something that happened when I was in high school. I wanted to play volleyball so bad. Volleyball is my favorite sport. I loved volleyball, but I wasn't very good at it. And there were other kids who were so amazing at it. And one of the things that you just have that desire in the pit of your stomach, you just want so badly to be able to make the team and to be able to play with those kids who are amazing at this. And I remember that when I first tried out, I didn't make the team. I wasn't good enough. And I remember watching what they would do, and I would try and try and try. And so what I decided to do is I decided that I would go hit the ball against the wall for spikes. I would hit the ball against the wall over and over and over and get my hand in just the right position, get my body in just the right place so that I would hit the ball at the right angle. I would practice over and over. I would bump the ball against the wall. And I can remember lots of people making comments about how I was constantly working so hard and working. And the reality was nothing changed about me. I just practiced it over and over. And I got better and better. And pretty soon I gained confidence. And it's not because the first time I hit the ball, I was awesome. It's because little by little, I just kept doing the same little things over and over again. And pretty soon I got good enough that I made the team. And not only did I make the team that next time, I made varsity. And I got to play varsity the rest of my high school. And I hadn't played volleyball before. I hadn't been in club volleyball and done all these things that the other kids had done. And it was seriously amazing. And our team went to state. It was so powerful. So I just want you to know, you guys, if you have belief that you can do this, that is what makes all the difference, because then you'll find a way. We're going to teach you the skills. That's not the problem. The problem is your belief. Do you really believe that you can do this? And you guys spend $100 on this to do this challenge. And the whole reason I'm even charging people is because you've got to have skin in the game. You've got to have skin in the game. I don't need more money. I just want you to take this seriously. Because if you don't pay any money, guess what happens? You know what happens. We do a few days or a couple weeks. We go, oh yeah, well, I'll do it later. Okay. So what I want you to understand is that this 30-day challenge, you're going to get all of this training. You're going to get videos. You're going to get worksheets. You're going to get all of these things that are going to guide you through the process. But at the end of 30 days, it's going to disappear. You're going to lose it at the end of 30 days. I don't want you to think, okay, I'm just going to do this. I'll catch up at the end. I don't have time right now, so I'll just do it later. Stay with us every single day. And it's called One Sample Away, the One Sample Away Challenge. And what does that mean? That's our slogan. Why do we call it that? I want you to understand why we call it that, because I think it's really powerful. I learned this from Russell Brunson. He teaches that for every single person, it's different. So we could say, one sample away from hitting your financial goals, one sample away from helping the people that you want to help, one sample away from changing your family's life, one sample away from hitting your next rank. We could say that. But the reality is, it really is different for every single one of you. Every one of you who is doing this challenge, you have your own why, and your why is powerful to you. And for some of you, it is financial. You have got to be making more money, or you want to be making more money. For some of you, it's time freedom. For some of you, it's you want to change the world. You want to help people with their health. Every single one of us has a different why, and each one of those whys is perfect for our situation. So we call it one sample away, because what that means is that for you, you are one sample away from hitting the goals and the dreams that you have been waiting to find and to hit, and the things that maybe you've been scared to reach out and do, or maybe you haven't been scared and you've been doing the things you need to do, but you need to up level your skill. There's some things you don't totally know how to do. So how does it actually work for you? That one sample away is going to be whatever it means for you. So, some of you want to have a bigger impact on the world. Some of you don't really care about the money. Some of you do. It doesn't matter what it is. You guys, this is not hard. It's actually easy. People get in, they don't understand the fundamentals, and then it gets complicated. So what we're doing is, this is so simple, you guys. And doing it together is going to be way more fun. But when you understand the fundamentals, you are going to realize this is simple. Oh my goodness, I can totally do this. You actually already do all of these skills all the time without even realizing it. And let me show you situations where you do, because some of you I know are thinking, no, I don't. I want you to understand how you do them every day. When you are working with your family, let's say that you're talking with your kids and you're trying to get them to obey, you are being a salesperson. You are using the right wording to try to help them, guide them to want to make that choice for themselves. And you help them see and understand the way you understand. When you are in a conversation with your spouse and you're trying to decide what TV you're going to purchase, or what situation that you are in with your family, things that you're going to buy for the home, guess what? You're doing that together all the time. You are figuring out wording. You are being a salesperson. You're inviting. You are closing the deal. Every time that you work something out with your child and you're giving them a choice of which clothes to wear, as soon as you help them choose, by the time they're done, you've closed a sale. That's what you've done. Every time you're looking for a job, when you fill out your resume, you go in for an interview. You guys, these are the skills that you're doing. And so the better you get at these skills, the more successful you're going to be in your business. And I'm going to show you how to utilize the skills you already have. Use those to build your business, but at the same time, up-level those skills and get you way better at the things that you already need to be doing, okay? So, especially for those of you who are feeling like, I try to build this business, I don't get it. As you understand these core fundamental principles, building doTERRA will become so much easier for you. And you will look at this and go, wow, I am one of those people who now goes, oh yeah, I totally know how to do it. I can build any leg I need to build, I can go do that. So the next thing I want to do is nip this in the bud before we get started. I am asking for your attention. Most people are paying $100. You guys, you are paying $49. I need your attention for 30 days. If nothing else, the most scarce thing that you have, that your resource is your attention. I'll be asking for a lot of it over the next 30 days. Most of you I need you to plan on at least 1 to 2 hours per day to really be successful at this. Some of you are thinking, what? I can't afford that. I can barely afford, taking time off for my kids or whatever. You guys, you're probably spending that on TV anyway. I need you to unplug from these external things in your life that are getting your focus, that are getting your attention, whether it's getting up an hour earlier and going to bed an hour later, whatever that is. I need your time to be able to do this so that I can help you be successful. And some of you are saying, oh, there's no way. You're asking me, I'm already not getting enough sleep. You're asking me to do all this stuff. Most people aren't used to doing that. I need you to do that for just a finite period of time. You guys, it's not going to be very long. 30 days to change your business, to change your life. But in that finite period of time, if you will go all out, then I promise you, we can have a huge dramatic shift in your business and in your life. It will change everything for you, but only if you go all in. I've got to have your full attention. If you get in and you dabble around, it's just not possible to accomplish what we're trying to accomplish. You are not going to get the kind of results that you're hoping for. Oh, you'll learn and you'll get some benefit for sure. But you guys, I want to help you. By the time we're done with this 30 days, I want it to be that you're going, oh my goodness, you have an epiphany and you go, wow, I can go crazy with this, even with whatever hours a week you want to spend on it. You can go at your own pace. But for this 30 days, give me your attention. Give me your time. Some people say to me, I spent 2 months building doTERRA and I'm not rich. Yeah, so I'm quitting. Well, are you kidding? 2 months? 2 months. Think about it. What do you do for a living? You might say, well, I'm a teacher. Well, how many years of school did you go to be a teacher? 5 years to be a teacher? How much are you making? They tell me how much they're making. You guys, you spend 5 years of your life to end up with an income of that amount of money. I'm telling you to focus hard for 30 days. That's it. 30 days. It will give you skills to create an income that most people can only dream about. Teachers, lawyers, doctors, CEOs, the income in doTERRA is better than that. That is huge. So I want you to think about how hard you work for the things that you want. When I first started doTERRA, I was driving in my car. I couldn't afford airplanes or airplane tickets. My husband had just finished as a dentist, so we had a lot of school debt to pay off. We had $500,000 in school debt to pay off, and so he was a successful dentist, but we thought, we're gonna have all this money once you're a dentist. But I remember looking at each other after about 3 or 4 months going, I thought we were gonna be rich. And he was making a lot of money, but we had so much debt to pay off that it was taking care of that, which that's a great thing. He has a great skill and he had a great job. But what happens is with doTERRA, you work that hard, you spend that kind of time, and it creates a whole new world for you. So there's a lot of upfront work that I need you to do. It's like a big rock that you have to push up the mountain. You push and you push, but as soon as you get to the top, it starts rolling down and it gets momentum and it starts going crazy for you and it rolls by itself. So you look at my team. You guys, do you think there are leaders on my team that build by themselves? There are tons of leaders on my team that I don't even know, that I don't talk to. I would love to know them. I have leaders that I worked with at the beginning as we trained them at the very beginning. Now they're huge and I never have to do another thing and they're building their business. Now we're friends, so I want to be in contact. And then I have leaders who have grown huge and then they come back and say, look, you know what, we really want to hit the next rank, or we want to move from presidential on to beyond. And so we would like some guidance and some help. And so we work together and do that. But it's not like I have to. You guys, this is something that they are doing on their own. It's huge. You know what seems like more work to me? What seems like more work to me is what normal people do, what most of you are doing. You go to years of college, you go to work day in and day out, and you graduate with a college degree, and then you're making maybe 30, 35 grand to start for a year, and you get a bump in pay, then another year you get another bump in pay, and another year, 40 years from now, you'll have made a total of $1 million. All spent, by the way. You're going to make it, but in 40 years. So here in this situation, what I'm trying to do is make it a lot shorter for you. I put in the concentrated effort up front, and I'm asking you to do that with me. Because if you will put in that concentrated effort up front, after you do this, you will feel so much more comfortable with these skills. It won't feel awkward to you to share the oils, to build your business, to invite people to classes, all of those skills that you need to make this successful and honestly make it feel natural and simple. So it's not like a constant effort. You'll have a confidence to do this without coming across desperate or nervous or unsure of yourself. You guys have spent this money. For some of you, that's a lot. For some of you, you could burn this playing around over the weekend, but I want you to take this seriously, okay? Right now, my time is worth well over $1,000 an hour. You didn't pay that much. I am not asking you to pay that for my time. You paid $49 for you. From now on, it will always be $100. I want you to pretend that that's exactly what happened. Pretend that you paid me over $1,000 an hour with the videos and the time in this 30-day challenge. That's tens of thousands of dollars. I want you to pretend like you paid that money. If you do that, if you take it seriously and you focus, you will have success. I need your time and your attention over the next 30 days. If you do that, I can mold you, I can craft you in a way that's going to help you be successful. One more housekeeping thing, and then we'll get you into some other really cool training for the rest of this week. And this is our pre-training week. Each day there will be new videos that are unlocked. You can't see them early. It's not the videos in the fast track training that you have. You need the fast track training for this to work. But the videos that we're going to unlock for you each day are the videos for the 30-day challenge. I want you to go in. I want you to take time to study the video. Each one is going to be a mission. After the mission is finished, there is going to be some kind of a task for you to do. And I need you to go do it. Don't be the person who goes, oh, I'm going to do all the tasks at the end, because you watch all 30 right at the end and then you say, okay, now I'm going to do it. You guys, you missed it. You missed the whole point, and you are not going to gain what you need to gain for this 30-day challenge. So it disappears at the end of the 30 days. If you're the person who watches it and does it every single day, by the time you're done, you will have something beautiful that you created. I have some leaders on my team who, when they first started doing doTERRA, they were going through bankruptcy. They were about to go through bankruptcy. They were losing their cars. They were losing their house. And it was actually because of nothing they had done. They had a business partner who, unbeknownst to them, had put everything in their name. And because this person was such a hard worker and working to help build that business, they were united on certain things. So of course his name was on several of the documents, but he didn't know that the boss had been basically totally taking advantage of him. So it all came to a head. Now they were losing everything. They lost the business. They were losing all of their stuff. They have several kids. They were going to have to move away from their kids' school. They were going to have to move to a whole different area so that they could afford to live. They started doing doTERRA, and in the short time I'm sure for them it felt like forever, but in the time that they were just about to go through bankruptcy, and the several months after that they were building doTERRA. Now they built fast and they built strong, but in that period of time, they were able to save themselves from going through bankruptcy. They ended up saving their cars. They ended up saving their house. It changed their lives. So I am telling you guys, I ask them, what's the difference between you and everybody else? And you know what they say? They say, we listened to what the training was, we watched learned what we needed to do, and we did it. We did it. And we didn't stop until we did the next step. So you guys, if you need to, watch the video, pause the video if you have to, do what you're required to do, learn what you need to learn, and then don't move on until you finish that part and then go on to the next part. You guys, by the time we're done, you're going to have a foundation of a business that has grown into hundreds and thousands of people. If you're starting with a bigger team already, you're going to grow it. You're exponentially bigger. If you're brand new, you're going to be finding builders. You're going to be finding new people that is going to grow into hundreds and then thousands and then even more on your team. So for you, it's the same thing as for these leaders that I'm telling you about, my friends who went through this process and were able to save themselves from their bankruptcy. You're gonna do it step by step. At first, some of the things won't make sense. I'm gonna ask you to do things that you're gonna think are not that big of a deal. But I'm telling you, it's just like, how many of you guys have heard the story of the Karate Kid, where Mr. Miyagi is the karate instructor. He knows karate, and Daniel-san wants to learn how to do karate. So he goes to Mr. Miyagi and says, please teach me how to do it, because some kids are bullying him. He wants to learn karate. Mr. Miyagi says, okay. And he takes him and he has Daniel-san come and wax. He said, you're going to come wax my car. And he comes and brings him to the back, and you see this row of cars. There are all these cars. And Mr. Miyagi takes Daniel-san's hands. He holds his hand and says, I want you to wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. He shows him exactly how he wants him to do it. So Daniel-san goes, and he's kind of bugged. He's all, are you kidding me? I'm not here to do your chores. But he kind of obeys, because that's what he's expected to do. So he goes and he does all of the cars, and it takes him days. It takes him a long time to get them all done. And then Mr. Miyagi tells him to come and paint the fence. He has him paint his fence, and he shows him, and Daniel-san starts painting the fence. And Mr. Miyagi says, no, like this. And he teaches him to paint it exactly like he wants him to paint it. And Danielson's getting more and more frustrated. So he has to paint the entire fence. He paints the whole fence. Finally, Danielson gets sick of it. He gets so mad. And he goes to Mr. Miyagi and says, you know what? I'm not here to do all your jobs. That's not what I asked for. And Mr. Miyagi goes to punch him. And Danielson paints the fence and it blocks the punch. And then Mr. Miyagi goes to kick him and Danielson paints the fence down and blocks the kick. And Mr. Miyagi goes in for another punch and Danielson waxes and blocks the punch. And all of a sudden he starts to realize, he was having me do these things for a reason that I didn't understand. That's what's going to happen to you. There are going to be things I'm going to ask you to do. You're going to think it's not that big of a deal. You're going to think, I already know how to talk to people. Oh, I already do this. I know, I get it. I get what this is doing, and I'm that part I don't need to do. I need you to trust me. I need you to do what I ask you to do, even if you don't totally understand. Okay? All these things that you're learning will make sense later. Even if you think they make sense, later on you'll go, oh my goodness. Even though I'm really good at talking to people, because I did these and I practiced these skills like she asked, now all of a sudden it tweaked it. It completely tweaked it and it changed the game for me. I can promise you that will happen, okay? I want you to remember the wax on, wax off. Every time you think, oh, that's not important, remember that. And at the end of it, all the pieces will fit into place and you'll have what you need to build this business. So that's the game plan. Does that make sense? Now, when we're done with today's training, I want you to understand what's happening. I want you to get in the mindset of doing this and really going for this 30-day challenge. I'm going to go through the framework of what you'll be creating, and then we're done with today's training. So the whole purpose of this week is belief. I need you to believe that this will work for you. If you do that, I can help you. I can give you exactly what you need to get to be successful. But if you don't believe, then you're thinking, oh, this might work. I don't know how this is going to work. Then if you're thinking, I'm too tired, I'm too old, you've got all these reasons why you're worried it won't work for you, or I've tried this before, I'm telling you, you're going to struggle. But if you're like, you know what? I'm going to trust Teresa. She looks like she doesn't know what she's talking about, but she's presidential diamond. She's obviously done something. Let me learn from her. She's done this a ton of times. And as of today, you guys, I have hundreds and maybe thousands of diamonds. I don't even know. I have hundreds of blue diamonds on my team and so many presidentials. The largest portion of presidentials are on my team. And not only have I taught them things, guess what? I have learned a lot from these amazing, amazing leaders. So just trust me as we do this. Now network marketing has been a negative thing. It's had a negative connotation. It's becoming more mainstream for sure. But you guys, it's all about residual income. That's what this is about. The old network marketing way, it's kind of skanky. It's like trying to pressure people into doing things that maybe they don't want to do. It's sneaking people to your house for dinner and pretending like it's dinner, and then you sneak a business class on. You guys, that's old school. We don't do that anymore. Our society is so over that. That old network marketing system, that style is dead. Okay, get over it, because doTERRA is the future of network marketing. doTERRA is totally different. I'm going to map out for you what network marketing looks like. You don't do all the work to build this whole business. You find 3, they find 3, and they find 3. And if you know how to find people the right way, the most efficient way, in a way that finds builders, it's going to change the game for you, okay? So I want to give you an example of like the incentive trip. Most people think, oh, the incentive trip for doTERRA, that's out of my reach. It's whoever gets the most enrollments. And so, that's not me. I can't do that. Well, guess what? Do you know that to win the trip, you need 125 points? 125 points. And that sounds like a lot. You get 2 points for every 100 PV enrollment. So for 250 if you get 250, that means 3 points. If they sign up with a $250 kit, you get 3 points. If they then have a 100 PV loyalty rewards order the next month, you get points for that. So you get points every time they do an LRP for the next 3 months after they join. So for one person, you can get, let's say that you have someone who enrolls in March with the $250 kit. 3 points, then an LRP in April for another 2 points, an LRP in May for another 2 points, and one in June for 3 points. That's a total of 9 points. Well, guess how many enrollments you would need to win the incentive trip if you do it that way? 9. Oh, sorry, that 9 points each is 14. 14 people. And what if they don't enroll with the $250 kit? What if they don't do an LRP every single one of those 3 months? Well, guess what? So maybe you need 15, maybe you need 18, maybe you need 20 over months. This is how many enrollments you need. And you guys, guess what? This 30-day challenge is within the incentive trip period. So every enrollment you get because of what we're doing is going to count toward your incentive trip. So the real story is, guess what we're doing? We're helping people find solutions for their health. We're helping them with the essential oils. And what happens if this person right here, this customer over here, their happiness level goes up because you have helped them with their health? This person over here, the customer, their happiness level goes up. It's amazing. Oh my goodness. And what happens to this person, what happens to you? If this person's happiness level goes up, then guess what? They're getting what they want. They're getting it at the cheapest price because you're helping them get the cheapest price, and you are making money. So your success goes up. You guys, it's win-win. And that's what this is about. It's about helping people and changing people's lives. When you add value, then there's an exchange of value. You add value to them, they exchange it for money, which is value, or sometimes we trade for things. How many of you guys have traded for clothes or for work in your house? We do that all the time. I've traded essential oils for someone to come help me in my home. So it's just an exchange of value. That's all it is. But if you can up-level the level of happiness for that person, then that's exactly what we're trying to do. And we want to help you do it the most efficient, the fastest way you can. Okay, so you guys, basically, I'm going to be teaching you how to recruit. Sometimes we think that's a bad word in doTERRA, but the reality is, all that is, we're helping find solutions for people who need that solution. They have a problem, and we want to help them. So if you guys want to win the incentive trip, you won't be going, oh my goodness, those amazing people who win that trip. What you're going to be saying after this is, oh, okay, it's starting. Okay, I just need to enroll 14 people in 6 months. 6 months. You can do that. And now you'll feel like you know exactly how to do that. So if you planned on 5 per month, you'll be good because then you're over the 14. Then if someone orders only a $100 kit, then you're still safe. So this is what's going to happen. There are 6 steps to this process. We're going to choose your launch week. We're going to fill out your Help 100 list. We're going to learn how to sample really effectively in a way that changes the numbers for you and exponentially grows your business faster. You're going to learn how to invite. You're going to learn how to teach a class and then close it with the highest percentage of close rate that you've ever seen before. You are going to learn how to follow up. And basically, that's what this is. That's the 30-day challenge. It's very simple. It's just a process that takes people from step 1, step 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you're customizing the experience for every person that you help so they have the coolest experience in the world. And just like I would do with my brand new frontline leaders, I am going to be actually working with you every single day. I never used to have a 30-day challenge. So my qualifiers are going to watch this, and I can guarantee some of them are going to say, when they see this, they're going to be saying, hey, you never did that with me. Because honestly, even my qualifiers, most days we talk to each other, but there were some days we didn't. You guys, you are getting help every single day. And just remember what this is about. We're helping people. When you do this, if you do it right, the way I'm going to be showing you over the next 30 days, that this increases the happiness of your customer, it increases, it's a better experience for you, and you'll increase how much money you make. So the whole offer I made you guys right here. You paid $100 to come to this training, but I'm giving you 30 days of my heart and my time, and my time is valuable. Your time is valuable. Don't waste it. When we come together like this, it's going to be magic. And I want you to have a good experience. Why am I doing this? I want to add so much value for you that you will be able to have crazy growth in your business. You will get to see your business totally change. It'll transform. It'll take shape. I want to see you having better retention than everyone else in doTERRA. The people who come through this challenge, the retention rate in our group should be higher than anyone else in doTERRA, because what I'm about to teach you, I get way more value when I give way more value when I'm giving you everything I've got, and you get more value when you pay something for it, because it tells you this means something. And I'm hoping that you will say, I'm going to trust her. I'm going to do whatever she says because she's making this offer that is so good that I feel like I got a better deal than she did. That's what I'm hoping. So I want you to understand the context here as we're going into this challenge. My job is to make sure that you are successful in this. I think the biggest thing I get that people say, that they say, I don't think this is going to work for me. This isn't going to work for my situation. And we'll go into this deep in the next 30 days, but people tell themselves that they are different. Their situation is different. I want you to stop telling yourself that you are unique. Yes, we're unique in a lot of different ways, but for why you can or can't be successful, I promise you, anything you bring at me, I can find you someone who's been crazy successful with your challenge and something worse. So I'm not saying that your challenge isn't important, isn't heart-wrenching, isn't painful, but I am telling you that is not going to stop you from succeeding. You can succeed. It doesn't matter. So I am so excited for you guys. This whole One Sample Away challenge is going to be the most exciting thing for you in your business. Now, all I want you guys to just believe that this is going to work for you. I'm excited about this challenge for 2 reasons, besides helping you grow your business, of course, because I'm hoping that by doing this challenge, number 1, you and I can connect better, and then I can serve you at a higher level. I promise you that I will do my best to do that. And the second thing is I hope that it creates more belief in this process because it works. And if you can gain that belief and learn these skills, then you'll be unstoppable. There will be nothing that will stop you. And I promise you, I don't care who you are. If you're a beginner, if you're in the middle, if you're at the top, or if you're at the bottom, this process will work for you. It's been tested, it's been tried. You guys, we've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars of research between me and leaders on my team to discover what works the very, very best. It will change your business, it will change your life, but most importantly, it is going to change the lives of your customers. And that's what we're here for. The business is not just about making money. That's a nice side effect. A lot of entrepreneurs get into it initially because they would like to make more money. Of course, most of us started off really wanting to help people, but we want to make money. But a lot of you guys are like, dude, I need money. I am trying to figure this out. You'll find out as you go through this process that the money, the excitement and the energy and the motivation of money doesn't last long, because what happens is you're going to make money if you don't quit. After you start making money, what will light you up is helping people, your ability to serve your customers, to change their lives. That's why I'm doing this. I'm at a spot in my life now where I don't need more money, but I need more impact. I want to be able to help more people. And so taking you guys through this process, I want to leave you with the biggest smile. If I can change your life in that way, then that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm here. So And the same thing will be true of you too. After you learn how to do this, you'll just want to make sure that other people know how. So that's what's happening in the next 30 days of our challenge. I'm excited for you. Thank you so much for taking the risk with me and doing this challenge. We're going to spend the next 30 days together. We're going to spend a lot of time. Put in the time, put in the effort, put in the energy, and you will see a difference. I promise it will change things. And at the end, you'll have something that will be really cool to show your family, to show your friends, to look at with your spouse and to be proud of, because you'll see what you're accomplishing in your business. It'll be the beginning, the launch pad for what you're going to do for an entire new company so that you can proceed and change the world the way we want to. That's what we do as entrepreneurs. That's why we're here. So excited to have you join me, and I'm excited to be here with you through this challenge.